So close. But yet, so far. We go first. Well, we've got an okay hand. Turn to Sneakling, turn to Explorer. Hopefully, it's just a regular land and they can attack. Haha! Supplies! Let's get down a Mutable Explorer. And because next turn, we may just cover up. Depends how much power and stuff they have. Yeah, they crack their teeth for now. The worry is if have an indestructible. Sorry, crack their evolving wilds. The worry is if they have indestructible. I think they might. No. Do you have another Tifa then? Oh, no. No other Tifa. Well, then, let's just get a great big blocker in the way. And then next... Well, actually, we can't Hivepool at the moment. Because we only have 5 lands. But if we do have draw an untapped land, we could Hivepool. Otherwise, we just unlock our Unholy Annex. In that case, then, we will play out our other Unholy Annex. We'll hold back. There's a Chocobo. I think we still do just... Okay, maybe we do cover up now. Or do we? I mean, if they attack, they can... Yeah, they don't do that, do they? Well, let's get down at Firdoch Core. And let's unlock you. There's no point playing out the Explorer because next turn we will just be covering up. And we're at 25 because of our Unholy Annexes. Now I am worried about a... well, that is... I'm less worried about a protection spell now. Right. Let's... How... They looked at our core. So the reason I'm being a bit funny is if they do have a way to blow it up, we could turn on our Mutavolt. We take 1 from our starting town and then gain 4. They still have 4 cards in hand, which for a landfall deck, usually they go out pretty quickly. Has that done it for them? No? Llanowar. They can get a bird. Do you have a fight spell? Right, let's Tortoise. Okay, Restless Cottage. I don't know why. Why does it tap? This does give things haste, so we'll play out the Sneakling now. They want to block with Saz, fine. I mean, blocking there, not blocking there, because they're down to 2. Can you deal 26 within a turn? I don't think you can. Well done. You have 4 mana. And 1 card. And we're at 26. I don't think we don't even have to get through. And we're about to have 2 1/1 double strikers as well. Do you want a bushwhack? I just okay. They know they're dead, right? Yeah, fair play to them. They say till the end, but sometimes you do wonder. Our opponent goes first. We have a good curve and 2 unholy annexes and a Firdoch Core. We can flash in the Sneakling, which we will do. Oh, good. Last been Jasper Flint. Well, a 3rd unholy annex. They stole a Restless Cottage. How very dare they? Affinity for Outlaws. Oh. Let's get you guys down. Next turn. Well, we can get down a Firdoch Core and another Unholy Annex. Not cool. I'll take 5. Seems we're going to be gaining 6 a turn. We would quite like our a deadly cover-up. There's an Oko. There's a deadly cover-up. Oh, they have a Firdoch Core as well. The next turn we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8. So we could Oko and deadly cover-up. The thing is, we're doing 6 of them a turn just from our Unholy Annexes. Yep. They get back another land. We do take 12. But yeah, 3, 6, 7, 8. So let us Oko, even though they may just scoop after this. Oh, that did damage us, but we do 6 of them. Let's put back a Watery Grave. And yeah, there was 3 Unholy Annexes is a lot. We go first. Oh, can we find the third land? If we can, I think we've got a decent hand. But we do only have 21 lands because this deck floods out for some strange reason. Try to do a 22 and we're just drawing half our lands. There we go. Up against Simic. That's not a land. If we can Sneakling into Unholy Annex, I will be very, very happy. Do we care about that at the moment? No. Because it costs 6 to sack. We found the land. It is a 2-3, which is less than ideal. Next turn we can get a Blossoming Tortoise. Got a bad neck at the moment. Trying to keep it mobile May keep on top. We know they are obviously packing bit of removal, bit of triumph. Oh, there's another Hivepool, which is a shame. I don't know why they didn't attack with their brood spinner. Well, next turn we can get down the Hivepool. Well, that's very unfortunate. We'll attack with both. Yep, double strike. Oh, it's a... Have they got Kaveh on? No. There's Kaveh on. Okay, they get a land. I think we've just got lethal. Because we can play out another tortoise. Turn you on just for 2. And yeah, swing in. I don't know why they pitched a bit of triumph. We'll give it a go. We haven't seen Unholy Annex in a long time. Which is very disappointing. Shared roots for another forest. Do you blight? Then we get down the Firdoch Core next turn. Wow. You play a card and then you have to think that. There we go. Now, do they have a way to give goblins haste? That was weird. No, no way to give anything haste. By the looks of it. Oh. There's the Unholy Annex. Are you just conceding then? Maybe. Probably should have done that last turn. There's a Sear Slicer Goblin. Let's start drawing. They are going to be able to get a goblin. I think they have a removal spell. Maybe. We have another one. Yeah, they do. Well, get down the Blossoming Tortoise. Let's get down an Oko. Next turn, we probably just create a big demon. Do you attack? We will kill you. I'm guessing they have another burst lightning. Oh, or not. Get down you. The fact that it taps is very annoying. It tapped out Mutavolt. Block you there, and you there. Quite a big demon. Play out other Oko. We'll get a Hivepool, which we can't quite play yet. There's another Hivepool. We'll get a Restless Cottage. And a Verge. They're down to 10. They're down to 8. We're up to 11. Are you going to attack? There we go. Well, 2 Restless Cottages. No removal though, which is an issue. Okay. Very rarely see Draconorchid's Engineer. We'll get down a Sneakling. Hopefully ambush block something. No, you've got a burst lightning. You've definitely got something. Okay. That was smart. And next turn we can get down the Thrumming Hivepool. Thrumming Hivepool. Restless Cottage. They can create a dragon. To be honest, it's going to be a bit of an issue. You have to attack. Interesting. We do lose one of our Snakelings. That's a pretty good combo. We'll get you down. And we can flash in a Sneakling. But having an army of 1/1 double strikers is pretty good. How do they attack? What removal do you have? Oh, that has the Aeronautics Engineer stuff. That one doesn't. We are down to 9. Do we... No, let's get you down. And again, we can flash in another Sneakling. I would like some other things. An Oko would be nice. Another Thrumming Hivepool. More Unholy Annexes. Are you... Yep. Oh, they found a land. Where do they go? Could create a dragon and give it haste. But they're not doing that. You block there. Yep. I'm not sure what the point of that was. I know they had to attack with that, but why not create a dragon and give it haste? My turn. I think we might just have lethal. Because they don't have a huge amount of blockers. Exile you. Right. Yep, you've created a dragon. Can't create any more. You don't have the mana for more dragons. Block away. So close. But yet, so far. Hello, Magic fans. I'm Beef and doing something a bit different. Doing the deck tech at the end of the video. This allows me to get straight into the action for you, the viewers, to see the exciting parts of the video, and for people who still want to, who are obviously do like the deck tech, it is still here. So with that being said, let's get on to today's video. So 3 or 4 months ago, I played a deck featured around changelings. There were and still are a lot of cards that take into account creature types, and a lot of things like Adaptive Automaton and Patchwork Banner, which buff creatures of a certain type. Kaito buff ninjas, and I think it was the Edge of Eternity, so we did just get Thrumming Hivepool. And really like that deck. Wasn't particularly powerful, but really fun. So with Lorwyn Eclipsed, obviously shapeshifters and changelings are a huge part of Lorwyn. So having another look at that deck, even though it is now almost completely different. So I think the only cards that we still had back then, Llanowar Elves, Thrumming Hivepool, which is one of the main finishers, a 6-mana artifact, has affinity for slivers, meaning it costs 1 less for each sliver we control. And since there are no slivers by themselves in standard, it's a bit of a weird one. And it gives all slivers you control double strike and haste. But at the beginning of your upkeep, create 2 1/1 colourless sliver creature tokens, which obviously have double strike and haste. And the idea back in the video a few months ago is we would play the changelings from Bloomburrow, there are a few of them, and then Tolarian Mauler from Foundations. Get those out, reduce the cost of Thrumming Hivepool, get that out. They have haste and double strike as changelings, and then we get them with the slivers as well. And the other returning card is Unholy Annex, obviously a massively powerful card. At the beginning of our end step, well, Unholy Annex on the Unholy Annex side, 3 mana enchantment. At the beginning of our end step, we draw a card. If we control a demon, each opponent loses 2 life and we gain 2 life. Otherwise, we just lose 2 life. And obviously, changelings are demons. So these are the same cards as well. But new cards we have are Mischievous Sneakling, a 2-mana 2/2, changing, obviously. Pardon me. It does have flash, so we can flash it in at the end of opponent's turn. And this is good because if we have the right curve of we can flash him a Sneakling end of our opponent's turn into an Unholy Annex and immediately drain our opponent. And then Mutable Explorer, which we have seen on the channel already, but a 3-mana 1/1, obviously of changeling. When it enters, we create a tapped Mutavolt token. Mutavolt is an actual proper land from, I think, maybe original Lorwyn, but it taps the colourless, and we can pay 1. This land becomes a 2/2 creature with all creature types till end of turn. It's still a land. That's really, really good. Firdoch Core is probably the best card. It's a 3-mana mana rock, which isn't that exciting. However, it has changeling and it is a kindred artifact shapeshifter. This means it has every creature type, even as an artifact. So if we play this, it counts as a demon for Unholy Annex. It counts as a sliver for Thrumming Hivepool. It counts as whatever we need it to count as. Then we can pay 4 and it turns into a 4/4 artifact creature until the end of turn. Again, that has all creature types, so it will have double strike if we have a Hivepool down and haste. And what's really good about this is the problem with changelings and shapeshifters is creatures are easy to remove. Artifacts are obviously not impossible to remove, but they are harder to remove. So if we get this down, often our opponent just can't interact with it, and then we just have fun draining our opponents with Unholy Annex. The other new card is Oko Lorwyn Liege, a 3-mana planeswalker, but it is one of the cards that transforms. So as we've seen, a lot of cards have at the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay 1 mana. In this case, it's green. It transforms, and we can pay blue to transform it back. Oko Lorwyn Liege on the front side has all plus loyalty ability. So it's 3-mana planeswalker. We can +2 up to 1 target creature against all creature types. That effect doesn't end. And then we can +1 target creature gets -2, -0 till our next turn. So that protects Oko. And if we have a Llanowar Elves down, or one of, well, the only other non-changing creature we have is Blossoming Tortoise, I'll get to in a bit. We can make them all creature types, which obviously helps out with Unholy Annex and Thrumming Hivepool. And then we can pay green, beginning of our first main phase, to transform into Oko Shadowmoor Sign. Now, Oko on this side has all minus loyalties. -1, mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand. That's really good. -3 to create 2 3/3 green elk creature tokens. That's really, really good. And then if you transfer it, transform Oko back in +2 and make one of those elks all creature types, it gets all the benefits that we've spoken about. But then a -6, choose a creature type. You get an emblem with creatures you control of a chosen type have +3/+3. and our vigilance and hexproof. So we can name anything, but if we name slivers, for example, now all of our slivers are from the Hivepool are going to be 4/4 vigilance, hexproof, double striking, haste, and obviously all our changelings gets that as well. And because it's only a -6, we only need to basically +2 twice, transform him, and -6, and he's still going to have a loyalty left over. So if you can protect Oko, he can just win you the game. As I said, the other only non-changeling apart from Llanowar Elves is Blossoming Tortoise, and you might think it's a slightly odd card in a changeling deck. 4 mana, 3/3. Whenever it enters or attacks, we mill 3 cards, then put a land from the milled. Oh, sorry, from a land from the graveyard to the battlefield tap. Doesn't have to be from the milled cards. But it says land creatures we control get +1/+1, and activate ability the lands we control cost 1 less to cast. Because of our Mutable Explorer creates Mutavault tokens, that is a land creature and an activated ability. So now we can activate our Mutavault for 0, and it will be a 3/3 from the Tortoise, and then whatever benefits we have, maybe from the Hivepool or the Annex. Obviously, multiple Tortoises add up those +1/+1. We do have Restless Cottage in the mana base as well, which will get the buff from Blossoming Tortoise. And maybe if we turn the Restless Cottage into all creature types, it'll have double strike and haste from the Hivepool. And yeah, Llanowar Elves, bit of triumph, 3 deadly cover-ups, because this is a mid-range deck. So we do need to get into the mid-late game, and obviously standard at the moment is very, very fast, and some shared routes just to help ramp. We only have 21 lands. One of the issues I've had with this deck is we just flood out. Like, I'm frequently getting like 9, 10, 11 lands, like half our land drops, when we actually just really need things. Because the problem with this deck is without the Hivepool and without the Annex, it is just kind of like small creatures. Like, you know, the Explorer is a 3 mana 1/1. Sneakling is 2 mana 2/2. The core can turn into a creature, but you know, you do need a lot of mana for that. So we are reasonably small amounts of land. You might even be able to go down 1. I did try it with red, with Lorwyn Explorer, with things like Patchwork Banner and Adaptive Automaton, but basically we end up running just too many 3-drops. We do have quite a lot of 3-drops anyway, and you know, it was just too slow for standard now. So yeah, now we're playing mainly black and green with a bit of blue, a lot of ramp, so we can get into Unholy Annex. We can unlock Ritual Chamber to get a 6/6, which really helps, you know, so we can get our cover up. And the idea is, obviously, if we have the Hivepool down and then we cover up, we're going to get 2 slivers every turn anyway, so we don't really care about deadly covering up. So that's the deck. You could play the 8 mana Convoke, get all creatures of a creature type back from your graveyard. Bloodline Bidding, that's the one. You might play 1 copy of that, because obviously all changelings, you can, like, if you have a lot of elves in the graveyard, you could just say elves and get back all your changelings and elves as well. So yeah, could do that, but really, really fun deck when it works. But I said, is reliant on the Hivepool and the Annex. Thank you everyone for your support. I'd like to give a shout out to my patrons, Arcadius, Mayhouse, Thomas and Adrian. Thank you everyone, and I'll see you all in my next video.